Thank you, Chairman Rogers, and to the ranking member for this important hearing. As this committee knows, Russia and China continue to challenge American influence in Africa and the Middle East. In 2021, trade between Africa and China surged to $254 billion, up about 35% as Chinese exports increased to the continent. China has steadily increased its influence in Africa by promoting a political and economic model for countries on the continent, all while the United States has fallen behind on investment. Algeria, a global energy exporter with Africa's largest defense budget, continues to be one of Russia's top arms export clients, behind only India and China. So I was glad to see that the conclusion of the 2021 Global Posture Review directed under Secretary Austin included ensuring that the Department of Defense appropriately monitors threats from regional extremist groups, supports our diplomatic activities, and enable our allies and partners in Africa. General Langley, it's good to see you again. This committee has heard from combatant commanders time and again that global competitors, specifically China, outcompete us by responding to partner nations faster than we can. Is that an accurate assessment of the problem from your perspective? And if so, what additional authorities do you need to meet security challenges in a responsive way?
Congressman, thanks for that question. And I'll answer it in just saying that we need to be the partner of choice through various actions or through the whole of governance. From the military standpoint, when I engage with our partners on the continent, they said our near and present danger right now are violent extremist organizations. I have the portfolio available to be able to build partnership and capacity with them so they can professionalize their forces, train their forces in the face of the threat, their immediate threat. I don't think China does that. China will sell them weapon systems that will be in a weapon system graveyard within a couple of years. So that's that value proposition that I have leverage, that I need to continue to leverage, but that system needs to work, be more responsive. Our Title 10, 333 authorities, that process is kind of slow. Our foreign military sales, that process is very slow, where China can operate at the speed of relevance. So we need to get that back. But across the whole of governments, just in the developmental realm, as they start looking at their societies and building their societies and for the citizens in the name of democracy, they want to be able to do that. So their development programs in USAID need to have flexible funding. As such, in our State Department, as they build capacity across the government.
Thank you. And General Kurula, can you describe the threat China and Russia pose in your respective area of responsibility?
Thanks, Congressman. Again, what we've seen is them go in with their economic, and that's where we have 19 of 21 countries have signed a Belt and Road agreement with China. And what a lot of them don't understand is the predatory nature of the financing or how they are doing that when they come into the region. We've seen it with their informational. Their military, as I look at the military domain, which is my business, they come in very quickly. They bring out the whole catalog of equipment. They allow them to ship very quickly. They give them financing, and they have no end-user agreement. As Mike said, we do see a lot of their equipment ends up breaking, but our partners have real security needs based on the region, and what China is doing is very quickly filling that for them. So I think there are things that we can do to improve our foreign military sales, because when you buy into the American system, you buy into the quality, you buy into the training, you buy into the upgrades, you buy into the sustainment, but you're also buying into the bureaucracy as well. In terms of Russia, we are seeing them in Syria. They want to undermine our efforts in the Middle East, and they want a permanent basing to that warm water port where they signed the Port of Tartus for 49-year lease, and now Assad is asking them to stay longer, is what it looks like.
Well, I'm pleased to see the Biden administration's step-up engagement with Africa as a counterweight to China's influence on the continent, and I am glad to see both the First Lady, Jill Biden, which focused on the United States' commitment to the region, and I look forward to the Vice President's visit to the continent later this month, which will only strengthen that commitment. Now I think it's the committee's job to follow suit. We must continue our investment in Africa's future and stability, and I want to thank the panel for taking our questions today, and I look forward to working with you on this important issue. Thank you.